So I'm working with her on her walk a little bit more, and I stumbled across an idea just now. She gave it to me on how to teach her this position. Now I'm walking on this sidewalk, and as you can see, there's 3 different surfaces, and the textures are extremely different, right? So if I try to teach her to follow me on this narrow passage, and if she goes off into this space, there's ecology correction, that she'll know just by feel of her feet where not to go, and it'll be easier for her to have kind of jurisdiction of where is acceptable with heel, rather than I'm out here in the grass and it's like, you're right, everywhere. I had never thought of this before, but she was just walking much better out here, and then I realized, hey, why is she walking better here? Ah, I see. So this could be a very nice thing for us as well, to practice positions, just so she can learn where to look on my leg. As soon as she learns that, what it looks like from her perspective, when she's in the right position, then our dog is completely trained. The job is done, and that knowledge never goes away, okay? But we have to invest time to make sure that she really gets it per visual. She knows where she needs to be. And she eventually will tell me where a very comfortable position is. I've been trying things, but she's gonna tell me where is a nice spot to walk alongside her. If we walked for 100 miles together, we would figure it out. So let's see if I can speed up the process and try to figure out where she feels comfortable following me and where I feel comfortable with her, and meet in the middle. Okay? That's good. What I don't want though, because she's such a small dog, I don't want this zigzag and stuff. That is very dangerous for her. She can get stepped on very easily. I need her to be aware of my feet, so I think she needs to be a little further back or a little further away, but she'll tell me if I do this training right. So, right, hey, kicking butt today. Let's see how she does on this surface. Heel. Now, let's see what she does with a little more. Good, that was the collar stem, and then let's see if that helped at all. But she can feel those rocks. Good deal. Come on. Good, again there. This is gonna be an experiment that you're seeing happening right in front of your eyes here, because I have never done this. Good girl. Now I'm just gonna give her a lot more leash than I was previously. Once she gets the idea of following me, and see where she feels comfortable following me. Good girl. I feel comfortable with her back there right now. That's kind of nice. That's kind of nice. Let's see if it works over here. Whoops, sorry, honey. That's learning moments when I accidentally bump her with my foot. Hopefully she learned from that. Okay. And then watch. Okay. Good. Let her figure out this turn on her own. See how that's creating a boundary for me? I see it happening. I feel her understanding not to go on the rocks. And that feels good. That just narrowed all her options way down. So it really tells you to just follow. And look at her locking in now. Good girl, honey. Good girl. Put a little pep in her step. Encourage her a little bit. You got to play cheerleader sometimes, guys. Even the guys got to play cheerleader. Good girl. Good girl. Look at that. Okay. Let's see if it worked. Shh. Good girl. We're going to let her sit a moment, and then I'm just going to say the word, and I'm going to kind of walk really natural, keeping the leash over my shoulder, and just see if she understood it. It's really cool, and if I can use this to get her to understand her position, I will. Okay. What you got there? What is that, a comb? Okay, I'm gonna stand a little further back. It'd be really cool to have a really light long line on her, but I can make this work. Heel. Let's see where she goes. Oh, there you go. Let's do another rep. Sometimes if you're doing this, guys, the first rep they'll just go with like lightning speed. And if you just say no, correct that moment where they make the mistake, put them back and restart, you see them come with a clear head. So instead of trying to continue to walk, I want to make sure I repeat that part. Otherwise, that's going to be how she gets into heel. And that's not going to be pleasant for her or the human. Heel. See? That got corrected. Now watch. This is an important moment for her to learn. It's called locking in. Like, she locks into her heel position. That tells me she doesn't really have one yet. She hasn't found one for herself. She's just kind of looking out and keeping me somewhere in her peripheral. So this is going to kind of force her to adapt to the situation, which is going to make her pinpoint a spot that she can then focus on, that works. Okay? Heel. That wasn't terrible, but I'm going to repeat it. It was much better. She did kind of lock into a position, and it was one that I first started teaching her before I loosened up. I decided to loosen up and try to see where she felt comfortable, but she went to where I taught her, so let's see. Heel. Yeah, that's exactly where I taught her initially. That's wonderful. That was a very good one because she actually thought about placement. Her brain did. Good girl, honey. The only thing that I missed there is the reward. I should have been more instant with my excitement about what she did. Good, and I don't mind her doing that. That's her way of watching you. It's wonderful. She's learning how to do this. Good. With more practice, she's going to be able to do full-on walks. She has the energy, and she doesn't seem to be sore afterwards. Good girl. I mean, this feels exactly like I'm just walking a dog. It's amazing, but she needs more and more of this. Perhaps even going home, doing some exercises. We don't know. This is our first case like this. Good girl, because I see these muscles working harder to hold her up because she's not relying on this floppy way of getting around like she used to. She's actually standing up. And you see it getting stronger, and that's wonderful. And she's really a dog's dog. She really gets out in that play yard and plays rough. She likes to chew on bones. She likes to do all the dog stuff. She likes to get dirty. It's wonderful. So this, my friends, this dog right here has the brain of a wolf. Yes, or something of the sort. It's very dog-like, and I love that. Good. But she's got her little quirks that are just make you fall in love with her, right? Like the little seal thing that she does where she pushes her face down. Oh, wonderful. So don't forget that she's a dog. That's my point of that little joke, is that she definitely is a dog. And it's easy to forget with these types of dogs that they're dogs because they look like teddy bears, and you start to treat them like teddy bears, and that causes a lot of problems. So with a dog like this, just remember, she is a dog. Her brain is a dog's brain. And so if you treat her like she's 300 pounds, you're gonna have more success with her, right? That's kind of rule number one with a small dog. If you want to let a 300-pound dog do it, don't let them do it. I heard somebody say that once. I don't remember who, unfortunately. So I set a boundary with Jesse. I told him not to go around Sparkle in the house. And I've only had to remind him twice, and he's done really well. And you see right there, he remembered. So we taught him a boundary, we taught her a boundary. That's coexistence. That's harmony, right? So look at his choice to go around without me saying anything, because he knows, I don't want him touching her. So that's respect. I gave him a chance, just like I would have done. I would have intervened if he decided to and committed to going towards her, but he never did. Very awesome. Good girl. Break. You gonna eat that ant? Good job. So I'm forcing her in that gap. She doesn't want to get too close to the rocks because she knows that I don't want her in the rocks. So check this little thing out to teach her the pocket to hang out in. I'm going to push her up against the rocks, but leave just enough space that she can get in. And you'll see she doesn't want to get close to the rocks, and she's going to learn, well, there's a position right here that you belong, and those rocks are going to help me from going out, okay? But also, because she doesn't want to go by the rocks, she'll come over to the gutter, which allows me to talk about how to get out of the gutter and back over to the right side, right? So, heel. Watch this right here, yeah. Beep, beep, beep. You see her start to feel like, I can't do it, I can't go anywhere, I have to go on the other side. And then she evens out, right? I wish I was just a little longer. I might start from the other side. But I'm using the association to the rocks now to help me. Put up a barrier. Okay. Good. Good girl. See how that's helping me? There, see that? Good girl. So I have successfully use this to its full potential. Now, before I end, I just want to say that I am going to walk her over the stones so that she doesn't have an association to stones, right? We want to make sure that. So now, before I leave the scene, we're going to do walks all over the stones so that we have a healthy association to them as well, okay? So we're thinking about everything, all right? We're making sure that everything leads up to the dog that we have in mind, or at least the best version of herself that we can get. That's what we're looking for. All right, so let's see this, right? Previously, I told her not to step off this, right? Now she's gonna probably react like I'm not supposed to step off that, or she doesn't. I don't know, maybe it just, right? There's nothing there. But this is what I would do. Heel. Oh, okay. Maybe there's nothing there. Right? So you just gotta check. Sometimes the dogs will be like, well, I thought I'm not supposed to go on that. And you say, yeah, it's only when I say.
She looks so good.
Right? So we can see I can cross this boundary. Right? Deep a little. That's a good girl. And the position, man, this session really sunk into her, the position, because she showed me this little trick. So if I didn't see that little trick, I don't know if I would have got it done as nicely and as clearly. Very good girl. All right, last little test though. Last little test. I know this is long, but this is how the session goes. I think this is about 30-minute session, you know? And we're actively working, but look how she knows where to be in the grass. And in the beginning of the video, there was a whole lot of her not knowing exactly what side to be on. But because we were able to tap into her brain and have her see it the way we wanted it to, it stuck. And now it's done, the job's done. That's the crazy thing is, she won't unlearn that. My job, all I do is reinforce that now. That's it, in all sorts of situations, so that it becomes generalized no matter where we are. But the bulk of the learning just happened. Wonderful. Okay, good girl. And that was such a comfortable spot to walk too. For me and her, we weren't bumping into each other, so I would love to continue with that. Okay, it's my deal.